Hey everyone, welcome back to another battle report. We have some mechanized Germans facing off against my mechanized Soviets, Conflikt 47s, 1250 points, and a Bolt Action Alliance mission, Crossfire. So, the other in this case is the mission itself, Crossfire, so we're going for 5 objectives. Um, we each kind of have one on our home base, and then we're fighting along the center line. Um, we did, since we're both playing mechanized, we didn't bother with the 25-point command tank cost upgrade out of the book. Um, yeah, and then other than that, after half your forces can deploy, we got that 9-inch no man's land. So you're in this little corner here, and then there's no first wave. So onto my opponent's list. This is a approximate. I've lost his list that I had, but this is about it. 3 Panzer IVs, one which was the command tank, 2 squads of the shock troopers, SS shock troopers. So these are the ones with body armor and fanatics and everything. And then he had their transports. I don't can tell remember if it was a heavy AT gun or super heavy AT gun, and then the tow. So it was about 1250 points, right at 9 dice. So then onto my platoon, Macedon Heavy Walker, T-34, Light Walker, then the AT, the heavy infantry with AT guns, then the daughters, my AT gun, which obviously isn't as good as theirs, but it's still a good use for dual purpose, and then the 3 trucks, or 2 trucks and a tow. So onto the pregame setup, so just the terrain layout, and then yep, onto our deployment. So you see the objectives here, 2, there's one here, and then one off screen. So I deployed a little bit forward here with my ZIS, with a good line of sight on the other objectives and his. He pretty much returned the favor. Waffen SS here, and then the heavy or the AT gun was in here. So it brings us to 1. So pretty quick turn. So basically I just ran up here and we fired off at each other and didn't hit. And since there's no first wave, that's it for turn 1. So on to turn 2. Yep, so bring my truck in here. They're hiding out. And then, bring in my 234, his tank. So we're, my hope is to engage in a tank battle, win, run up, and then bring in the squad under behind him and just, easily push off, because I do have the numbers, push him off the objective. So because of the order dice, or the pull, so I end up coming out and popping one of the transports, because given where I was at, I knew they would still be able to come in either way. So I figured here at least I can come out, move up, force beyond the objective, and I didn't know at the time, but obviously kill this guy here, because if he was going to kill him either way, in that way, my thought here is I can, he does have Reiki, so I can Reiki back. And yeah, it didn't work out like that. So he comes in. I do not. I attempt to Reiki, fail my test. So he is the price of failure. So he is lit up. He's immobilized, but he's still alive. So if nothing else, it forces him to continue to deal with him, which he does. So the other group of Waffen SS troops come in with their, I believe they have some Panzerfaust or something, and yeah, they finish him off. So yeah, but again, at least he died, but it forced him to come out and deal with them. So over on this flank, yeah, we're just hanging out. Yeah, and you see them. Okay, so yeah, little things out of order, but yeah. So I advanced up here. So he already activated. So my goal was, okay, I'm going to come out here. He already hit my tank, so I got 1 pin on it. So, I'm going to start losing, likely start losing the battle there, because I'm going to have pins and minuses. So my goal was I was going to move them up, jump them out here. They are fast, so advance up, fire my 2 Panzerfaust, and then the assault rifles and everything into here. Unfortunately, they get to react, or they got to react to me, or not react, but they were able to didn't activate yet, so they pop my truck here, and all the daughters pop out, and I think I lose 1 or so. So yeah, that That plan isn't going good. Brings us on to 3. So yeah, yeah. So you've seen the pins here. Yeah, my Mastodon, he came on, didn't do much, and then was promptly shot and destroyed. So yeah, that stung. Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna have to start changing some things here. So my daughters of the motherland are kind of out on their own. Tanks hit. My reinforcements was taken out. So ouch. Uh, Another view. So you see, yeah, the dead here. I believe this is the tank that took it out, but either way, bad time. The daughters, so given my new situation here, so they run back, and I sent in a truck here to act as basically mobile cover. So if nothing else, between the woods here and my mobile cover here, we're gonna hide and at least force him to come to me for the objective. Just close up to them. So it brings us to 4. So yeah, yeah, I end up losing the battle here. So even more reason for me to withdraw, force him on the to come to me on the objective. So I do still have, I believe, anti-tank grenades and Panzerfaust. So the idea being is, okay, if he does come up, um, I can, assuming there's still some time left in the game, come out, hit him, and then run. They are fast, so I can run back. See kind of a board state here. Yeah, you see my dead walker here, dead transport here. Brought in my Soviet heavy infantry, so they're hanging out back here. So my goal is I'm going to try to sneak them up here, because of how he is with the flank. So my goal was to sneak him up here, disembark, and then fire into his flank. So then we're hitting on +3. So then we can actually do something. And then that way, once we take them out, we can then, um, force continue marching on to the objective. So over here, yeah, just another board state. I mispositioned them. I should have, not that I would have known this at the time with everything blown up. They should have been facing this way to make it easier. But either way, that's neither here nor there. So just continuing on. So they advance onto the objective. This is as I didn't predict it to be shot this early, but yeah, it's dead. And then they're on the objective. So it brings us to 5. So yep, there's my plan. So I'm zipping them over. You can see here, or barely, but you can see it's already activated. And that tank, yep, so you see it here too. So I end up popping his tank with my artillery piece. So I got lucky here, popped his tank. That one already activated, so bring him out. And then, poop. So unfortunately, his anti-tank piece hasn't activated yet, so he pops, blows a giant hole in the truck, and stops that plan. So at this point we call it, because I don't have anything that can get him. And then he just runs on the objective after this. So it ends up with a German win, 3 points to the Soviet 2. I did manage to kill three units here, so I got one of the Panzer IVs, 2 of the trucks, but he unfortunately killed a lot more of mine. And he got the Mastodon, my T-34, my Cossack, like everybody but the infantry, basically. If it had wheels, mechanical legs or treads, he smoked it. Either way, it was still a good time. And yeah, this is actually the first time the Mastodon I believe was killed. He's been hit a couple times. His dozer blade actually bounced one shell out, so that was nice. But yeah, this is the first time he actually died, I believe. But yeah. So he just wrecked my armored column. But it was a lot of fun, and it's always nice to get to mix it up and bring in the tank platoon. So likely what will happen is we'll start mixing it up, so it won't just be a tank on tank platoon. We'll start seeing more, infantry platoons versus it, and start doing more of the different missions to where, a tank may not be able to capture the objective, so that'll be kind of the balancing factor there of, yeah, the tanks are nasty, but they can't get in a building. So there'll be that factor there. But either way, it was a real fun game, and thanks for watching.